Hello YouTube, welcome back to my video. So in this video we are checking how we can get the user post using Facebook Graph API. Okay, so in my previous video I have shown you how you can create a Facebook app ID, get the user access token dynamically, and use that user access token to get the user information and implement the Facebook login in our Java web project. Okay, so as I told, we'll be checking how to get the user post using Facebook Graph API. Okay, so first we will check how we can get that using the Graph API Explorer, and what is the way which we can get that post using the Graph API Explorer and implement that in our project. So let me search like Facebook Graph API Explorer. So I have already shown you how we can test this one and how we can get this implemented. Now to get the Facebook post of a user post, what you have to do is it is like /me/posts. Okay, if I'm just submitting this one, we can see here there is an error. The folder post is only accessible to user after granting the permission. Okay, so we should ask to grant the permission. You can see here the user post is not given the access to get the permission for our Facebook app. Just tick it and just click on user access token, so it will ask again the user permission, and if I'm just pressing continue, so your access token is granted the permission. If I'm just simply submitting this one, you can see here all my user post is coming here. Okay, this is my user post. So I'll show you how we can use this and use this user post to show that in our project here. Okay, so as in the previous videos, or as in the previous video, we have told that we are sending a simple HTTP request and read the JSON response and simply showing in our project. Okay, so to get the HTTP request sample for this one, you can see here there is a get code section here. Just click on get code, and in the C URL you can get the HTTP request for this request. Okay, just copy this to a new notepad, paste it here, and simply copy the HTTP request from here. This is the HTTP request, we don't want this one. Just copy this from here and come back to the page, and if I'm just submitting this as a user HTTP request in browser, you can see here it should return me the user post completely. Okay, so in this video we can say how we can implement this one in our user post section in our profile page. Okay, before going to the code section, let's go to my Facebook page and see if the result is true, or I mean correct or not, the user post. Let me log into my Facebook. So this is my Facebook page. Go into my profile, and where there is my post, I can see, no, this is my timeline. To see my post, just go to activity log and just click on activity log, and here is the post. Just click on the post, and you can see here the first one, the post is here showing. Yeah, this is my mm, yeah, this is my Grand Sheraton Hotel morning vibes. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one showing the morning vibes. Okay, and down it's showing Alhamdulillah beautiful days. Yeah, this is this one. Okay, this is my another post, and this is my first post. This is my second post, and the third post is shared a link, and this shared on 29th of October. So it is 29th of October. Yeah, this one. Okay, shared the link is my third post, and the fourth post is created on 28th of October. So it may be this one, social plugin. Okay, so everything is perfect. Now let's go to the code section, and as you can see here in this if you want to see this post, just right click here and go to a new page, as you can see, and this is the link of the post. Okay, so we have our id, and you can see the id is here. This one 16583, yeah, this is id, yeah, correct, 510. Okay, now this is the id, and this is created time, story, and message. Okay, story, created time, message. So we'll create, let's go to the code, and in the src I'm going to create a new, I'm closing this all, I'm going to create a new package. So to get the information of the post, just select new and select package, and the package name I'm giving it as com.chilifax.com dot post. Okay, I'm giving like this post, and inside this I'm going to create a new class, and I'm giving it as post use bean. Okay, and inside the bean class we are going to create the variables message, story, created time, and id. Okay, so it will be so I have created the four user variables. Now I'm going to create the getters and setters for that. Just select a source getters setters, select all, and get the getters and setters created. Now just refresh the project to make it in the order. Yes, now it's here. And in the post we have created the post use bean where all these user variables are there. Okay, and now we have to create a post model. I'm going to copy paste the same user profile model here. So I just pasted it here. The profile model I'm just renaming it as to rename, just go to right click on that, and where you can get the refractor. Okay, just select a refractor, just rename here, I'm giving it as a post model. Okay, so inside the post model there is some methods. So the first method here is the call me method. So we don't want the call me method, so I'm giving the name as call me to get post. Okay, to get posts. Okay, I have just renamed it as call me to get post, and it's actually we are passing the access token to get the post, same way which we used to get the name, email, a picture, email address, everything using the access token. Okay, so it's basically returning a list of posts. So before going to call this method from the front end, we'll test everything from the back end itself, and only then we'll go to get this call this method from the front end. Okay, so to test from the back end, I'm going to create a main method here. So in this method I'm changing the return type as void so that I can call it directly, and making it as static, and we don't want a return type here. And I'm deleting all the JSON parsing here, we don't want that. Now we'll test everything from here, and after implementing the JSON parsing, actually this is a JSON response which we are getting. So after passing this JSON response and getting all the information one by one, we'll get implement that in front end. Okay, so let me call the post model dot the function from directly from here, and we'll pass an the access token we'll pass the access token manually from here. Okay, so there is a chance of error, just give a try catch block inside this one, we'll call that. Okay, so if there is any error, just print it. Okay, now the method which we have to use is me slash post. Okay, just copy this one, me slash post, and it will be here, me slash post. Okay, so wait, the http request is actually, yeah, me slash post with access token. Now let me copy this completely from here, and it's till here. Okay, me slash post and give a question mark, and we'll pass the access token. Okay, so this is the way which we used in the HTTP request to get the user post. Okay, yes, now we want the access token. So access token, we'll get it from the graph API Explorer manually and paste it here. Okay, so we have set everything. We are ready to test from the backend and see the response as output. If I'm just running it as run as Java application and wait for your Java project to be run, and we can see the output in the console. Yes, you can see here all the post has been printed. I mean the JSON response has been printed here, everything perfectly. And yes, you can see if I'm just this is the one which written now, and here is a paging here, which is the next page and previous page. So we'll set these two variables also in our bean class, so that we can get the next post also with that. Okay, yes, now we are ready to implement this one actually. So going to the post use bean, we are going to add the two new variables which I shown here. The variables is previous and next. Okay, so it will be like I'll put at paging previous and paging next. Okay, paging previous and paging next. Now same way, this is a private string variable. I'm getting the getters and setters for that. Yes, it's okay now. So now from here we are going to pass we are going to pass this JSON response which we have got now. Let me copy this one, and as I explained in my previous video, there is a website. The website name is Parse JSON. Just search for Parse JSON online. Okay, just search like that, and there is a website JSON editor online. Just click on that, and where you can just paste your JSON response and just plus this one. You can see here what all the objects inside are available there. So this is the primary object which is getting returned. Inside this there is an object again where there is 10 elements for that. It's actually this is actually a JSON array. You can see here type is an array. So we'll by checking this structure, we'll try to pass the JSON response. Okay, so what do you have to do is the JSON response has been printed here. This is actually a string variable. Now going to the profile model, just same way we will pass this response also. Okay, now the first step what done is here is it's converted that response to a JSON object using this code. Now copy this code, come back to our model class, paste it here. Now this is actually the data response. Okay, data response, the one which we shown here. Okay, this is the one object. Okay, data response object is there. So inside that there is a there is an object, no, there is an array which is the name is data, and this is also an this is an object. The paging is an object, but the data is an array. You can see here the type is an array. Okay, now by this code what we have got is the complete JSON object. Now from that JSON object we can call this data array and this paging object. Okay, so first we'll go to get the data array first, and to get the data array, you can see here you have to create a JSON array object. So I'm going to create a JSON array object now, JSON array object, and the array is actually a data array. Okay, and you can get that JSON data array from the data response dot get JSON array, and you have to pass the name of the array. So the name of the array is actually this one, data. Copy it and paste it here. Yes, now we have the data array. Okay, now I'm commenting this one to print all the response. I'm just printing the response data array only. Now just run it as a Java application. You can see here it should print the data array only. Here it is. Okay, now it's print the data array only, the ID is there. You can see if I'm just going back, and the data array is first printing the ID, created name, story and message. You can see here it's a zeroth element. First it's printing zeroth element, and everything it will be in sequential order. So after the actually we are going to give a loop here, and it will be read one by one, and it will be put in the list. Okay, so to give a loop here, first we have to get the length of the array. Okay, so to get the length of array first, so to get the length of array, we can use a simple technique. So this is actually the array which we have print. Just give a dot length here, so we'll get the length of array. Okay, now using this length, I'm going to give a small for loop and get each element or each element is actually a type of object. I'm getting all that object and put it in an array, and I'm going to return that array. Okay, list array. Okay, so I'm going to write that code here, and I'll explain what I have done there. Yes, I have written the code to get each element from that data array. So inside this data array, there is an object here. So this is the zeroth object here. Okay, so I have just given an for loop here. So each time it is actually getting the element, and this count is getting increased till the data array length. Okay, now I'm just trying to print every ID and every message here, so each element id will be printed here. Okay, so we have the access token here. To test it, I'm just calling it again. Just select run as and run as Java application. Let's see what is the output coming. Okay, yes, so the first one element is actually printed. You can see here what is the message, everything, and second one is also getting printed, and third one is not getting printed, so the message is not found. Yes, in the third element you can see here, so in the graph API, see here the message is not here. Yes, to overcome that error, I created a try catch block here. You can see a try catch block is here, and now, and I have written the code to get message to the last section of this try catch. So even if the exception is thrown, all other values will be set in our in our post use bin. Okay, now we can give a list array here to get all the posts inside that list. Okay, now for that I'm going to create a new list here, so it's like list. I will update the code and I'll explain how it works, because it's gonna lengthen the video. So I'll update the code and I'll explain how it works completely. Okay, just created a list of posts, and I have just I'm iterating the data array as I shown before. I'm just iterating to get all the data elements one by one and add to the post here. And the last one we have to get is the paging details. So you can see here the paging from here, it's actually a type of object. So I have just created a JSON object of, and the name is data paging. And the way to get is you have to create an object of JSON object, and you can see data response. Data response is the first response which we are getting, and dot get JSON object paging. Okay, I have just created one more post use bin object, and using that I am getting the key, next and previous, and again adding to a list of posts. Okay, now I'm updating the return type as a list of post use bin. As you can see here, list of post use bin, and I'm just returning add a return statement and returning the list of posts. Okay, so there will be an error here. I'm commenting that one. We are not going to use that. Now we can call this post model from the profile page here in the user post. So I'm just going to call that. I'm first creating an object of post model. So after creating the object of post model, I'm creating a list of the list of array from here. So list of post is being from here, create it here, and it's a list of post is equal to obj post model dot get wait, we have to obj post model dot get call me to guest post, and we are passing the access token. So access token is from here, the obj profile bean, the from the session we are getting the access token. So just get access token here. Yes, so once the list of post be is been we got that, just import this from java.util and just press control space to import this one. Okay, now we have to get an iterator. So iterator of post use bean, and I'm giving the name as it list of post is equal to new array list. No, it's not new array list, list of post dot iterator. And now if the list size is greater than 0, only then iterate it. Okay, list dot size, not size, is greater than 0, we can iterate this. Okay, so we can create a while loop here. So inside the while loop you can check it, the iterator has hash next, which means it has a value there. So if the value is there, I'm going to create an object of post bin again. Object is equal to new object, and if value is there, we can directly get that object here. Okay, paste it here dot next. Now I'm going to print out the ID here. So let's check how dot println the id of the post. Okay, so first I'm going to print the id of the post, later we'll update all other details. Okay, so I have just got id of the post. Okay, so as I told this, we are directly calling the post model method here, and from there we'll send the http request and get all the response into one list here, and this list we are iterating in the profile page. Okay, now let's restart the server from here. So if I'm just restarting the server, it's getting started now. The project name is fp. Yes, I have just started the project. As you can see here, the login button is here. Now if I'm just clicking login here, you can see here the login prompt is coming, and I'm going to log in with my username and password here, and I'll show you what comes. There will be an error for sure. I'll show you why that error comes. Let me log in here. So once I logged in, you can see here there is an error coming here. Some of the permission below has been not approved by Facebook, submit for review. Okay, so I'll have to create one more video for this, how you can overcome this error. And now for your information, so for all the Facebook apps, there are only certain fields where the Facebook gives for the application without a review. Okay, so going back to the app dashboard, so this was the error coming, some of the permission not have been approved by Facebook. Okay, so in the app review section, just go to the app review section, and as you can see here, we are only allowed to take email, public profile and user friends of the user by default for an application. Okay, so for example, if you need the user post, that the one which we are trying to get, so for if we want to get that user post, we have to search that user post here. So wait, so it will be like here inside, no, yeah, here it is. So if we want to get the user post explicitly for our Facebook app, we should add that, I mean, we should ask the Facebook for a review of our app, and we should get approval from them. So only then the user can the app, our Facebook app can get the user post or any other feeds from the user profile using our app. Okay, now for testing we have to do something, because for testing we are not going to take a genuine user profile. So the Facebook have given a solution for that. You can see here there is a role section here where we can create a test Facebook user. Yes, we can create a test Facebook user to test to test our Facebook application. Okay, so we will create a test Facebook user and create some user post in that and try to read that post using our Facebook app. So if the test is successful with the test user, definitely it will work for a live production environment when we can get the user information from a genuine profile also. Okay, so to create a test a user, what you have to do is I already created one, so I'm going to create one more to show you. Just going to create add. So once you select to add the user, you will get this screen. So we can select how many users we want to create and just authorize the test user to use this app. And here you can see the login permission. So we have to explicitly add what is the permission you need for this test user. So I'm going to give the user post. So what actually is going to do is this user is allowing our app to take the user post of this test user. Okay, now simply just go to create test user. So once you click the create test user, the test user will be created. Just wait for that. Yeah, so this is the test user just created now, and this is the email ID for that user. Now I'm going to create a user password for that. So let me create a password for this. Okay, I just created a password for this. Okay, now I'm going to log in Facebook using this test user. So let me go back. Now I'm going to log in to the test user from here. So the user email ID is this one. Just copy this email ID and come back to the login page, paste the email ID and put the password which you have given just now and just click login. Okay, so this is a fresh Facebook user. So so we can use this test user to test our application. Okay, I'm directly going to post something here. You can see here. So I'm going to post a simple post here. I'm giving the post as post one testing. I'm just giving in like this. Okay, and just post it. Okay, and I'm going to add one more post here. Just go to click here and add a photo here. Let's try adding a photo. So go to the pictures. I'm going to add a photo. Okay, simply this photo here. Let it upload and post to testing. Okay, so I have added two posts here, post one and post two. Okay, now just post it. Okay, so these are the two posts which we have added. Now I'm going to log out from here. So we have added two posts in this test user ID. Now going back to our project, let me refresh the project from here, and now just click on login, and again it will ask pop up for login. Okay, so this is the email ID there which we for the test user. Let me fill the password here, and if I'm just logging in, it should log in and get back to our project. Yes, you can see here it is asking the user permission. Continue with the user permission, and yes, you can see here the two posts has been come here because it's a two. I mean, one second, in the profile page. So this is the profile page. There is no error. Yeah, I'm giving. So wait, um the two post has been come here with that post ID here. Okay, so for further testing I'll show you how it came. Now let me log in from here. Facebook graph API Explorer, graph API Explorer, just say like that. And once explorer Once you search there, you can get the Facebook Graph API Explorer, and you can get the access token from our project backend. Here it is, the access token. Let me copy this. No, you can see the HTTP request itself, I think. Yeah, this is HTTP request for to get the post. Okay, let me copy all these from here. And no, I need the access token only. Wait, I need the access token only. Just copy it, come back to the page and paste the access token here, and we are getting the post. Okay, and once I'm submitting this one, okay, it should be me slash post. Once I'm submitting this one, you can see here the post one and post two is the, this is the id one, id of first post, and this is the id of second post. That is the one which is printed here. Okay, so I am changing the, I have just updated to get the id message and create time of our post. So I have just saved the page. Now go back and I'm just refreshing this page, and let's see how it looks. Here it is. So post id is the, post 2 is the, post 2 testing, and the time of creation. So we have got the user post also. Okay, so if you add more user post, definitely it will be coming here. So I'll test that again live. Let's see, let's go to the Facebook of the user again, and I'm going to home. Yeah, I'm going to create a test post 3. Okay, I'm just creating a test post 3. If I'm posting it here, it's posted. Now going back to our page, our project, if I'm just refreshing this one, the test post 3 is coming. Okay, so we have successfully integrated to get the user post of that particular user. We can, in this profile page, it's all coming here. Now in my next video, I'll show you how you can get, I mean this is not complete. Okay, we should see like if there is an image. So post 2 is having an image. So if you want to see that image completely, and how you can get a particular post in our project. Okay, so my next video will be get user post, a single particular post in our project. Okay, hope you got this. This video was a little bit lengthy. I have tried to explain one by one how you can get the user post. Okay, so I'll share all the source code in my description. You can have it. If you have any doubt in this, please comment below. I'll be helping you, and please like and subscribe for my videos, and thanks for watching.